Hello, love. Welcome back to IFS Enlightenment Snacks. I'm Shankari, your wild wisdom guide. Today, we're talking about grief, not as a problem to solve, but as a journey, a living process, often a wave process. And I'll say this, for me, it's been feeling like a roller coaster the past 2 months. If you've been feeling grief in your personal life and this collective grief in the world, like your heart is already tender, and then the news comes in, and the ground feels unsteady, this episode is for you. By the end of this snack, my hope is that you can feel 2 things in your bones. 1, I can allow grief to move in waves without being swallowed. And 2, there's a tender, steady place in me that can stay with this. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, you're not doing it wrong. Overwhelm is not a character flaw. In IFS, we might say overwhelm is often a protector, a loyal part that's trying to keep you functioning, trying to keep you from being flooded, trying to keep you safe. And collective grief is real. Even when it isn't your personal story, your system can feel the fear, the instability, the heartbreak. Your body and nervous system can register it. So if you've been thinking, why can't I handle this? I want to offer you a different sentence. Of course, this is a lot. I want to share a moment from my own life. I live part-time in Costa Rica and part-time in Portland, Oregon. And when I arrived in Costa Rica in early December, after being with my family for months in Portland, after my younger brother died on June 1st, and my aunt and uncle also passed away, something happened. The change of location created space. And that space, it opened me and surprised me. It was like my grief, which had been held in a kind of shared family container all summer, finally had room to move. I started making space to feel, to cry when I needed to cry, to let it come in waves, to feel the roller coaster. And at the same time, the political climate and the news cycle in the US felt more intense, more unsteady. And my system could feel it. That collective grief layered right on top of my personal grief. And I realized I didn't have control over the waves. I only had choice about how I met them. And what helped most surprised me. It was being witnessed, sharing what was happening inside me out loud with people who could hold it with me, not keeping it all inside. And I also started resourcing very practically. I was like, I know I need to do something. So I made some choices, less exposure to the news, and more nourishing inputs. I'm also an herbalist, so I turned to supportive herbs like ashwagandha. I love baths, so hot baths. And I looked and found some mindset meditations, gentle practices that helped me stay in relationship with my inner and outer world. And here's the unexpected gift. Creating these episodes and sharing IFS and effortless mindfulness has been healing for me too. Like when it's resourced, love can move both ways. So let's name a few simple truths you can take with you. Number 1, overwhelm is a protector. The part that says, this is too much, often isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to prevent drowning. Number 2, collective grief is real, and boundaries are a form of love. Reducing news intake doesn't mean you don't care. It can mean I'm caring for the vessel that's carrying my care. Number 3, self-energy, what we can call heart-mind, can hold grief without forcing it to change. We're not trying to fix grief. We're letting it belong in a larger field that can hold it. Number 4, being witnessed helps grief metabolize. Grief doesn't always want analysis. Sometimes it wants companionship, a warm nervous system next to yours to co-regulate. And I want to name something gently because it's more common than people admit or talk about. And I've felt it a number of times in my life. Sometimes when grief and the world feel unbearable, a part of us might whisper, I can't do this. I just want out. And if you've ever had that voice, you're not broken. That can be a protector trying to end overwhelm intensity the only way that it knows how. It's not a true desire to die. And it's also a signal. You deserve more support, more resourcing, more witnessing. Please don't hold that alone. If you feel at risk or unsafe, please reach out for immediate help. In the US, you can call or text 988. And wherever you are, contact your local emergency number or a trusted support person right away. It's so helpful. Now, let's do a short, effortless mindfulness glimpse together. This one's called Awake Loving Flow. And this points to the heart mind. Love as open-hearted awareness, an embodied mode of awake awareness that can stay connected even as emotions shift. As always, you're in charge. You can pause or stop at any time. Only go as far as feels okay. And if this doesn't feel right today, you can simply listen and imagine it. So if it works for you, sit comfortably, or you can do this lying down. If you're walking, just soften your gaze. Otherwise, if you like, you can close your eyes. Take a gentle breath in and a slightly slower breath out. Notice the usual sense of a listener or a doer up in your head. That part that's trying to do this right. See if you can silently say, thank you. Thank you for your hard work. And if it's willing, ask it to step back just a little for now. Not disappear, just give you a bit more space. Now, allow awareness to drop like a feather from your head into your body. Feel your whole body from within. Notice contact points, feet on the floor, seat on the chair, back supported, or the ground beneath you. And if it helps, you can let one hand rest on your heart or your belly or wherever feels supportive. And allow awareness to center in your heart space, not forcing emotion, just resting in a tender, open presence right here in the heart mind. Now, sense this awareness and aliveness are not separate. Let them merge as one field within you and all around you. Like your body is arising inside a larger, gentle awareness. Feel awareness expand behind the heart, discovering spacious, supportive awareness that has always been here. Panoramic, unhurried. Rest in this openness. If emotions are present, grief, ache, numbness, anger, let them belong inside this larger field. No pushing, no fixing. On your next breath, let this awareness return like a wave into your body. Feel yourself embodied, arising from this ocean of awake awareness. Now, look out as if through the eyes of your heart. Sense connection with everyone and everything. Naturally, effortlessly. Not as a concept, more like a felt sense of, I'm part of life. Rest here in awake, loving flow. Embodied, open-hearted, safe, intelligent, connected to life as a whole. Even if grief is here, even if the world feels intense, this loving awareness can still be here. Take a few breaths, perhaps with a soft smile. Let this natural loving kindness nourish every cell of your body and radiate outward to all beings. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes open or gently reorient to the space you're in. Notice one color you can see. Notice the sounds you can hear. Feel your feet, your seat, your support. Now, just take a moment and notice what's here in you after that glimpse practice. Grief may still be here because grief is a journey. but maybe there's also a little more space around it, a little more tenderness, a little more, I can be with this. And I want to emphasize, you are not alone. We're in this together. Human hearts living in intense times. You're allowed to be practical. You're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to protect your capacity. So here are 2 gentle questions to carry into your day. What's one resource you'll choose today? And who will you let witness you this week? If it feels supportive, you're invited to try this awake, loving flow glimpse once a day this week. It's a short glimpse. And notice what shifts. And if this episode helped, a simple way to help it reach more hearts is to subscribe, and if you're willing, leave a review. I'm Shankari, your Wild Wisdom Guide, and I'll be here with you, one small snack at a time.